What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a glorious Friday, which means it's old this week. As I told you, Aaron, who takes our photos, is now doing guitar listings. We've got Tom in, the new guy, shooting photos for us. This is great, so we're getting there. I've got 5 great used guitars for you, but I did it in front of the used wall today because like so many guitars, the guitars come in and out so fast. So if there's something you are after, let me know, because I'm telling you, I bet there's 20 guitars upstairs that are used. They're getting set up, inspected, and all that good stuff. So one of these days, we're gonna have a monster old this week with trade-ins. But keep in mind, tick-tock, summer sale ending at the end of August. It's still going really well. We want your trades. We have a 20 off section on the site. You can use the summer 20 code. Chat with us, give us a shout if you have trades or whatever. If there's something on the site that isn't the summer 20, which is still a lot of stuff, like I said, give me a call. We were taking care of business right now. We were selling tons of guitars. It's really, really busy. In store, if you're local, I think in the last week, we have had people from Cleveland, DC, Connecticut, New York for sure, Ohio, Cleveland, and Michigan. People are driving from all over to come in and buy guitars. So if you're in that region, come out, give me a shout ahead of time. This has been something that's been kind of interesting. Maybe because it's summer or whatever. People call and like, hey, I'm interested in these 3 or 4 guitars, and we'll pull the serial numbers, make sure they're dialed. Come in and experience them in person if you like. Otherwise, we'll pro set it up before we pack it and ship it. And we'll get it out to you fast. Now, let's talk sweet used guitars. Now, this is a guitar that I probably, I don't really know the Ibanez guitar market too well. It's not really my style of guitar. But this has a chameleon finish on it, which I don't know if this GoPro shows you. It does. Brent says it's good to go. It's so badass. Now, when I saw this guitar, and I felt the guitar, because I didn't know how much it was, I was like, ooh, this is pretty sweet. I mean, like a really sleek neck. I knew it has a Fishman Fluids pickups in it, kind of like a heavy-duty bridge. This is a Gibraltar bridge. And I thought this would be easily like a $2,000 guitar. It's just the way it felt. And then to my surprise, $799. I was like, holy smokes, this is awesome. A 5-piece neck, super stable, a Nyota body. Like these, I hate their model numbers. S61 ALB, really rolls off the tongue. It's baller. I mean, like the locking hardware, all these features, like jumbo frets, 24 frets, definitely like a hard rock guitar, no doubt. But the body is so sleek, it's wild. This guitar is ready for bathing suit season. I mean, it is slimmed down, super lightweight. This is sick. I mean, this is a ton of guitar for the money. So if you like that rock stuff, the Fishman Fluids thing is wild. It's like really taking over the active market, which is impressive given how established a lot of the brands like EMG and everything were. They've been in it forever. Like a true rock guitar, straight ahead volume control. It's not trying to give you tons of tone options and stuff, but with a 5-way switch and the Fishman pickups, this thing will rip. So give me a shout. Now, if that one's too edgy for you and you just want to get into your feelings, get you a nice little BREEDLOVE Concertina. If you guys remember way back in the day, we carried BREEDLOVE when Kim BREEDLOVE owned the company, and it's since been sold. This is a cool import guitar. The Concertina is just like a little bit smaller than the concert shape. This has a torrefied European spruce top, myrtle wood layered back and sides, maple neck. I always like these style tuners, like an ebony style tuners. They look really sexy. They feel good. These are the real ebony. Like if you remember way back in the day, Taylor used to do ebony buttons, but I think they kind of over time they crumble a little bit. So this is like an ebony style, which is nice. Walnut bridge and fingerboard, built-in electronics that are with the volume and tone control that are tucked in the sound hole. There's your output. Beautiful little guitar, $499. It just feels and sounds nice. BREEDLOVE has a very defined tone. You know what I mean? Like they remind me in some ways of what Taylor does. You know what I mean? It's just like it's kind of got that real clean, real focused sound, which is beautiful. And a cool guitar like this is hyper responsive, great for light, medium strummers, fingerstyle players. The body shape's super comfortable. If you want to play this live, it'll do a great job for you, and I think a lot of value there, so pretty sweet. Now, I almost put this guitar first because this is the one of a Martin custom shop at the end I want to show you that I'm excited about. But this guitar 1996 Joe, right here at my folk shop, Revita's Music. This would have made me very excited. I sold many NIGHTHAWK at Revita's Music. And this is, to me, like, this is one of those guitars that should have been way more popular. However, we all get into, like, you know, with Gibson, it's like you have your famous models that you want to stick to. Fender, you get your famous models. It's a little hard to come up with something different. This thing is baller, though. A slanted humbucker, single coil, and a mini humbucker, 5-way control. Obviously, fixed tailpiece, super slim, but still kind of like that silhouette of a Les Paul. It's, you know, single cut, coil tap. And yes, I did make sure the coil tap is still engaged. 3A flame veneer top, nice belly cut here, super light, Grover hardware. This thing is sweet. I mean, it's got crown inlays on it. It's just a cool guitar. This makes me just happy. It's a very nostalgic guitar. I very much remember when my dad went to the NAMM show and came home as a Gibson dealer. And I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. And we had these in all shapes and sizes, $550. Like, a lot of good value in these guitars this week. Pretty cool. So this is like something fun. It sounds awesome. It's not going to define your collection per se, but it would definitely fit into any collection and give you something unique and fun to play. This is sweet. This is a limited edition player in Surf Pearl, player Telecaster. It's just a straight ahead player, but the funny thing about this is this person bought this guitar, and they I think this is a 2021. They said they got this guitar, 75th anniversary. You can see it on the back there. As a gift, and ended up never giving the gift, and I wasn't given the story as why the gift was never given, but they said it had never been played, and it was still in the original box. And people tell us a story about their used guitars, and rarely do they exactly match up. This guy brought this in. The carton was still sealed. It was wild. So I was like, all right, so whatever happened, happened. You can get a sweet Surf Pearl limited edition player, Alnico pickups, maple neck, modern C, you know, the player series, and, you know, check out all the new player 2s that we have. They just launched player 1. If you want something new in stock, we'll hook you up like smoke show price on those last handful of those. But this is, I mean, just a cool guitar. This and the player 2 are very similar. So Surf Pearl, if you dig that finish, I like it. Now, lastly, custom shop, man, is this light. This thing is baller. This is a custom shop Martin 00, the 14 fret slope shoulder guitar with this one of, if I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, since I have a little bit more time to do as many guitars, a double sound hole rosette is a way of life. It is awesome. I always love the way, because it contrasts, the shell really pops. This guitar is special. There's sinker mahogany back and sides, so, you know, Central American mahogany. It had been submerged for a long period of time. You could tell the old growth rings on there. I mean, this thing is delightful. Adirondack top with the burst finish. 1/11/16 inch nut width with a full thickness neck shape, and it's just a chunky C. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just the way it is. Rosewood board. Very clean guitar. If you go to the site, you'll see the little book that comes from the custom shop is included in it, and it just I might even do a video on this guitar because it sounds so good. And this was designed by a customer of ours, and then they have tons of custom shops. They wanted something bigger, or tons of guitars, and they wanted just a bigger guitar, so they brought this one in for us to take care for them, and we're gonna find a new home for it. So if you have trade-ins, we will help you find a new home for your guitars. As you can see, we've got tons of used guitars in stock. The summer sale, listen, this is what I feel like every week, because here's the deal, as you know or not, my wife's due at the end of the month, so we're gonna have a little girl. August 27th is the date, and everything goes swimmingly, of course. And it feels like, hey, August is a long time, but I can tell you, I don't feel like I have a lot of time in August. So give us a shout. Don't miss out on the sale. As I always say, don't sleep on it. Go to empiremusic.com, use the chat feature, hit us up with what you're interested in. We have financing, we have massive deals. We want your trades. This is Old This Week.